I just got a huge PR out of nowhere. I was so confused, I jumped up off the bench. I had to triple check the weight because I was honestly convinced that I put the wrong weight back on the bar because there was no way I pressed it that easy. What's going on, guys? This is my latest bench press workout from the winter bulk, and I just hit a huge PR out of nowhere. I was honestly pretty confused, but I'm over the moon. And the thing I want to stress the most in this video is just how important rest is and what taking a week off can actually do for you. Anyone who's been watching my recent videos knows I've been struggling with tendonitis in my left arm, and it got to the point where I decided to take a week off from pressing, at least. Or when I did press, I pressed very high rep, low weight, and yeah, and then I had a few extra days off. So I came in not really knowing what I was going to do. I just had to play it by ear, and I wasn't feeling any pain, so I worked up to 125 for a single. And watching the footage back now, it was a pretty good rep, but at the time it didn't feel great. So I was sort of unsure of what I should do. Week before I did 130 for 2, but that was with a spotter. So I was pretty confident of going for 130 for 1, but I didn't know if I should get a spotter and go for a double again, or what to do. So I thought I'd just try it out, go for 1. But as soon as I pressed it, I don't know what the hell happened, but it just felt so light that in the moment I made the decision to just keep going, and out of nowhere I pressed it for 5. And yeah, I was so confused. I jumped up off the bench, had to triple check the weight. I honestly, for minutes after this video, was just staring at the weights, trying to count them up, because I just didn't believe that I could press 130 for 5 that easy. Especially after the fact that it was only like a fortnight before where I did 130 for 2, and that felt like I was really pushing myself. So I really put it down to taking that deload week, giving my body the extra day's rest. Now, as I record this video, it still hasn't healed completely. You know, I'm not going to be silly enough to think that. Tendonitis, these sort of things, they are very persistent, and you can't just think I'll have a week off and then it's, you know, cured, because that isn't the case. It just goes to show the extra rest did me a world of good, because it's not just about muscle recovery. You know, you have tendons, joints, bones, nervous system in general. Systemic fatigue is a big thing, and if you live in this life, the gym life, you know, you're in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, you build up a lot of systemic fatigue that perhaps you don't realize. So it's good to take a week off. Not only is it good, it's necessary. You know, it should be scheduled into your training. It should be part of a training cycle, you know, however long, 12, 16 weeks or whatever. Then you should have a full week off to give your body, your nervous system, a chance to recover. So after the set of 5, I even managed to set a 3 on 130. You know, I was just in shock at this point. Then I went on to the incline press, and then I did 100 for 10. They weren't the best reps in the world, I'm not gonna lie. So then after that, I backed off. I put 80 on the bar, and I did a set of 8 with a lot slower tempo, really concentrating on the negative. And still at this point, no pain whatsoever in my arm. I couldn't believe it. So I decided to quit while I was ahead, and you know, finish on any super heavy pressing. I just did a little bit of machine work to fatigue my chest, and I did some flies, some side laterals for my shoulders. Then I did a little bit of tricep isolation work, and that was it. I called this workout done. I couldn't believe it, like I said, you know, over the moon. When you've been struggling with something for weeks on end, you know, it can start to become depressing. You know, you can start to rock your confidence a little bit, because, you know, it seems like it's never going to end. Then all of a sudden, you know, I take the opportunity to rest, focus, come back in, and it seems like a massive jump. So I can't stress enough the importance of a week off every now and then, especially if you've been doing this for weeks and months on end. You may not realise just how much fatigue you've built up. It'll do wonders for your body, your mind, your confidence, and you can take your training to the next level.